Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle.
Welcome back to another video, guys, and I'm going to be talking about Blue Beetle that I just went and saw, and honestly, I was not impressed with that movie. To be honest with you, it could have been way better. It could have been so much more. Like, there was a lot of potential in this movie. There's a lot of elements that were good. I thought they were either poorly executed, or they're done just shyly, or they just completely missed the ball at all with this. But before I get into the negatives and rail on it and just kind of destroy the film, let me go over the couple of good things I enjoyed. So, number one, absolutely number one, was the father. Absolutely the best thing in the film. You don't really see actually that many good depictions of dads in films, and honestly, this is probably the best representation of a dad in movies, and I got handed to them. They did a good job. The uncle, I kind of liked him. He had some funny liners there every now and then. The Batman is a fascist line that was really dumb, but when you heard it in the theater, you just kind of like another stupid thing this character said. So no one takes him seriously during the film, and no one takes him seriously when you're watching the film, except for maybe a few parts where they're trying to get you into that emotional state where like, hey, we're really trying to connect now. Like, he's the funny guy, but right now we're not trying to be the funny guy. So I'll give him that. But really, the uncle, he was a comedic relief for the most part. That's pretty much it. I didn't really much care for our Heine. He was okay every now and then, but it's a hit or miss. I don't really blame the actor so much. I blame more the lines that he was having to deliver. So that's more where I put it. Otherwise, the grandma, she's a wash. She didn't have anything really positive or anything really negative. The only negative thing about her, I guess, is that supposedly she was a revolutionary, but we never get any indication of that earlier in the film. It's not mentioned. Like, okay, this is a Mexican family. They're very proud of their culture. They're very proud of their history. This is something that should be spoken about in the family, and not later on, like towards the end of the film, where it's mentioned like, oh yeah, we gotta talk about your grandma's revolutionary past. Like, wait, what the heck? Like, unless I've been lied to, that's something that the families are very proud of, that they talk about. So why is this like a dark secret, especially if she was fighting against Imperials, which doesn't even make any sense because by the time that she would have been fighting, the Imperials should be all mostly gone from Mexico or Colombia or Cuba. Mostly it was just overthrowing shoddy governments that overthrew the Imperials. And the governments that replaced them, were good or bad, give and take. The mom, really no character development there, except for anguish when the father of the family passes away. Otherwise, there's not much there for her. The sister, yeah, I would mostly just leave her. She was more of a pain in the butt in the film. She has some good parts in it. Like, it was great that she helped Heine get a job when he couldn't find one, as I guess he was going for law. So it was good there. But when she put her literal job in jeopardy when she went and took a bathroom in like the main restroom of the house, I'm like, wait, okay, so you telling your brother get back to work because this is a job, it's important, and you go ahead and jeopardize it just because you want to go sit on a comfier toilet? Like, I'm sorry. Uh, no. Like, if you actually cared, you wouldn't go do that. They just did that for the plot, so there would be a reason for Heine to be in the house, for the aunt and the niece when they're having that argument, for him to be there so he could take the side of the niece. Uh, the Here's the other thing: the niece, I forget her name. Uh, she the actress is fine. She's hot. She's okay. But her lines are mostly horrible. I'm just gonna say it. I was not impressed with the lines she had. Wasn't much impressed with the character. Um, I, Nothing was really all that memorable except for she started crying. Uh, I guess I don't really get why she was crying towards the end of the film when the whole family was mourning the loss of his father. because she never knew the guy. Like, I know girls are emotional, and I guess they can make themselves cry, but I didn't understand that part. Also, when her aunt dies, I don't really get why she's being emotional because she pretty much just tried to kill her aunt not that long ago. So, and that's another thing. Like, the whole family is a bunch of killers. Like, I'm sorry, but when the soldiers came up to take the family away, they didn't kill anybody. Her father, he had a heart attack because of his hiding situation, and he tried to run for it, and that's what caused his heart attack. No one shot him. No one was gunning at him. Could he still be alive without the guys showing up? Yes, but I'm gonna come back to that point because that was stupid too. So, but let me come back to that for a second. So I don't really get why, like, they're blaming those guys for it. Like, they knew he had a heart condition, and I guess okay, maybe a little bit, but then these guys just go off and start killing people like it's not like the senseless violence. Like, okay, I like violence, I like action, I'm a big fan of it. I was a big massive fan when the Marvel universe started. When the Marvel universe started, I was 10 to 11 years old. I saw Avengers in the theaters when it was first coming out. That blew my mind. So I'm not against senseless violence. I love John Wick. Senseless violence, hey, I like it. But when you have characters that really are too young or really shouldn't be okay with this violence, that just doesn't make much sense to me. Like, okay, maybe the grandma, since she was a revolutionary, she can shoot people, that's fine. But why is the daughter getting like this gizmo that lets her hit people or shield herself from weapon fire, like some kind of badass? Like, she should not be able to do any of that. She should be kind of afraid of hurting or killing anybody, kind of like how Jaime is, but that just didn't make much sense to me. When the G.I. Jane scenes came in, like, I kind of rolled my eyes at it because, like, again, we're having another one of these scenes. Like, come on, people, really? Do we really need another one of these? But it is what it is. But, so let me get into my major gripes with the film. So, number one, it's the implanted Iron Man scene. The whole part where the Scarab's waking up and getting attached to Jaime made no sense. Made absolutely no sense. Like, why is the Scarab shooting its engines and flying and causing such a massive wreckage and damage? Why is it doing all this? Why is it flying all over the place? Because Jaime, he doesn't have any control of it, and Scarab is completely in control of everything here. So I don't understand why it's doing that. Like, it could boot up, test it, and okay, you want to start your engines? Sure. Still blow through the house, still go up to the stratosphere, like Iron Man did, and have all of that. I'm okay with that. Just do that. But then it comes back down, flies across the water, goes through the city, and starts causing damage, cuts right through the middle of a bus, which a couple people should have died on that bus. I'm just saying right here. Like, have you ever been on one of those city buses? It is not that, sparsely seated, especially on a busy day. Like, there's a ton of people in those things. So someone should have died or lost a limb, but miraculously, no one did. So that's another issue I had with it. And then, like, what the heck is going on with there? That they just simply put that in there because this is DC's Iron Man. That's what they try to make him into. Don't believe me? I'll get to another scene that pretty much confirms this is DC Iron Man's. But the second scene that I absolutely did not understand. So, the girl of Ted Corp, she's taking the Scarab, she's giving it to Jaime so he can escape with it when the sirens go off. And she's still in the building and it's locked down. No one should be coming in or out. So, and they have security cameras. It's never shown to us that the security cameras were ever knocked offline. So, they should see that she went in, she grabbed the Scarab, she came out, and she gave something to Jaime, who then walked out of the building with it. Okay, what the heck is up with that? Like, she should be locked down, thrown into like a cell or something. And yet, later on the film, when Jaime's driving back there at night trying to be like, hey, get the Scarab off me, she's running around outside like some kind of like spy. Like, how the heck did you get away from them? Like, they have you on videotape. You can't get away. So that didn't make any sense to me. And then, like, you would presume, like, she would tell him, like, hey, you're in danger. We're all in danger. They're hunting us. They have your truck on video camera, your license plates. They can track you down. So we should get your family into a safe house, or we should go see some friends. We should get out of here. We're in pretty much the slums. So let's go somewhere else and slum it for a while so that everything cools down. But no, they don't. They all just stay in this stupid house, just waiting for the guys with guns to show up, which then kills the dad, which is why I don't blame the bad guys. The family should have known that, hey, it's time to get out. It's dangerous. Don't be here. Third scene I was pretty upset about was the fight between Jaime and Red Scarab, or whatever you want to call this thing. Like, that's literally pretty much Iron Man versus Ironmonger. So that was pretty much dumb for me. Also, when they try to redeem the Red Scarab guy at the end, I'm just like, why? Why can't you just let him be a bad guy? Why can't you just make him like an evil villain? Like, why? I didn't get that. Just let him be evil. Let him be bad. That's it. He's bad, and Victoria's bad. It's just bad. But no, they throw in a dream sequence like, oh my god, oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, Vietnam was a bad thing. Your family got burned to a crisp. So sorry. But, yeah, you still turned out to be an evil person, a mercenary, and now you want me to be okay with it? No, I'm not. No, you're still a garbage human being, and you're still bad. Next issue I kind of have is the whole vision sequence that Jaime has with his dad when he's knocked unconscious. That whole scene was pretty much just created by the Scarab. Like, yes, we're supposed to get the feeling that Jaime is communicating with his dead dad, and it's just supposed to be this really touching moment. But if you think about it, Jaime is supposed to still think that his dad's okay. That's what the scanner said. He just is having another heart attack. And I mean, yes, people can die from a heart attack, but his dad had already survived one, and his sister was there. So the last thing he knew, his dad was still alive, his sister was by his side. So why is he having this dream sequence? Well, the Scarab was trying to manipulate him into forging a pact with him, which it does. Now, it's not necessarily an evil thing, because it does stop him from killing the Red Scarab guy, but still, like, what the heck? So, sorry for the rant. That's just, I'm just confused with what I just saw. It's just bad. Now, let me just say, like, for me, I give this movie 5 or a 4. Just not that great. There's a lot of scenes I didn't get it, just pulled me out of it. But if you're just a normie watching it, I think you give it a 7 or 8. I really do think you give it a 7 or 8 if you're just a normal person. Because it just has those normie scenes that you're like, okay, yeah, this is fine. I don't mind this. So, if you're not that invested with superheroes or the actual movie or plot or anything like that, watch it maybe when it comes on streaming. Not really worth the money to go see it in theaters. At least that's my thoughts. But hey, thank you for guys watching. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you in another video. Alright, take care now. Bye.